Talofa lover, and welcome to Measina, Treasures of Samoa, where we amplify Samoan culture. My name is Moana Pitaya, and today we are talking all things Tatau, tattoo. Or not all things, but mainly who should be getting a Tatau. So keep watching. If you were to ask me 5 years ago who should get a Tatau, my answer would be anyone who wants to get one, just as long as they understand the Samoan Tatau and its meanings and the designs, and have some kind of an affiliation to Samoa and Samoans. And that was 5 years ago, not very long ago. But as you grow, as you learn, as you understand better, your thoughts and your mindsets change. And this is what has happened with me and my belief of, or my views on Tatau and who should be the people that should be able to get it. Now, as we all know, Sonny Bill Williams led the Tatau journey for a lot of the rugby players around the world, whether they're Samoan or not Samoan, and his sleeve made lots of people want to get it. So you'll see lots of different rugby players, you'll see lots of different musicians, you'll see lots of different people with no kind of affiliation to Samoa, no Samoan blood in them, no understanding of what the Tatau mean or what the motifs mean, the mamanu. And so this is something that has in the past and continues today to be something relevant or prevalent in today's society, where people with no blood connection, with no any kind of affiliation to Samoa, are now getting Samoan Tatau tattoos. And yes, 5 years ago, my answer would have been fine. They can still get it, but I've grown, I've learned, and I understand better now that this is not correct, and this should not be happening, in my opinion. So one of the main reasons that I believe that non-Samoans should not get Samoan Tatau, I'm going to take it back to the times of the colonizers. And yes, I know I speak about colonizers and how they have affected us today. And a lot of people think that there's no connection between colonizers. It's been so long that there's no connection. But actually, there has been a connection. So let me tell you what it is. When colonizers came to Samoa, they made it so that we did not speak our language. They made it so that we did not take part in our own culture. And one of those cultural things that we did was the Tatau. So not only did they take away our homes, our land, and our freedom, they took away parts of our culture that made us who we are today. And because of that, there are parts of our culture that we will never be able to get back. So if you were to go around the Pacific, you would know that tattooing, Tatau, was widely practiced around the Pacific. And it was only because Samoans stood up and hid their practice and made sure that their practice continued that we have it today. Otherwise, we would be like Tonga, we would be like Marquesas, where all of these tattooing practices were lost and are now starting to be revived. But for a long time, they were lost from society. They were lost, completely wiped out of people's culture. So when you try to tell me that colonizers did not have an effect on us today, I would like to beg to differ. One, if colonizers did not stop us from practicing Tatau, the people of Marquesas, the people of Tonga, all the people in, even in Fiji, would have still be able to be practicing these today, and it would be as widely done as it is here in westernized countries. But because it was taken away, it is not so widely done. Yeah. Not only that, but the meanings of the tattoos have been reduced to the meanings of the tatau have been reduced. So not only were the tatau given to specific people at specific times, today anybody can go out and get a tatau. Today any tattooist can give this tatau. Today anybody can put the tatau on their body and parade around and do whatever they like. Whereas culturally, the tatau was for specific people. Culturally, only specific people were able to give the tatau. Now, I'm not saying it should go back to that, although I do believe that the tatau, if you were receiving the malu or the pea, then they should be of the master tatau by a Samoan who understands, who knows that. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're not Samoan, you shouldn't get the tatau, because the tatau is Samoan. That's it. That's my story. Not really. But my change in belief is because when colonizers took away our ability to practice tatau freely, they took away a piece of us. And when non-Samoans give out or practice drawing with Samoan designs, or non-Samoans come and take the tatau and use it just because they think it's pretty or because they like it, without having that Samoan background, you're essentially taking away a bit of us again. So you might not be colonizing us, but you're using our designs. You are not respecting that the tatau is Samoan, that especially the malu and the pea, that it actually has meaning, and it is a part of our Samoan culture. Sure, if you're getting the sleeve, I get that. If you were to go back in time, the Peace Corps volunteers wanted to take a part of them when they went home to America, and they felt it was disrespectful to get the malu or to get the pea, and so a lot of them got the taulima, which had the mamanu on it, the different Samoan designs, but it was not the traditional Samoan taupo, manaya, chiefly bring down, this is for you as a Samoan, malu and pea. And yes, I understand that they were trying to be respectful, but what have been respectful is to maybe even buy a piece of siapo, frame it in a frame and take it home with you. That is being respectful of our culture. That is showing that you appreciate our art forms, but you also appreciate that they are not yours to wear. They are not yours to give to other people. They are yours just to appreciate and look at and be thankful for. So yes, my short answer is non-Samoans should not get this tatau in any shape or form. But is this rule then also applicable to Samoans all over the world? Should Samoans, even if they do have the bloodline, know and understand what the tatau or the mamanu that they're getting on their body mean? Should they understand or have an understanding? Yeah. Should they have an understanding of what the mamanu is that they have on their body? Um, I have two Samoan tattoos. One on my back, which I got when I left Samoa in 2014. It was done by a Samoan in Samoa, and I asked them for a specific design, but the actual mamanu that he put on me was his choice, his design, correct? And it was very, very different because he just put it on, didn't explain to me what any of it meant. It was just a design, just something that looked pretty. And then I got my Tualima with Tyler Vial, and she went through what the mamanu meant, what the significance was of each of the different aspects in this design, and it made me understand and feel even more closer to my Samoan culture, because I can tell people what these mean. I can explain what this means and how it is significant to me as a Samoan, and how it is personalized just for me. So there's no one out, like, I got this with my sister. And if you look at our designs, the mamanu, they're similar because we're sisters and we got it at the same time, but they're very distinct to us. Nobody else is going to have the same design as me. No one else is going to have the same meanings as me. And this is the kind of understanding and kind of cultural background that the Tatau needs for our people, as well as anyone who chooses to get a Tatau. Yeah, so back to the question, should our people be able to give the Samoan Tatau without understanding what the designs mean, and without giving the person that they're giving the Tatau to an understanding of what the designs mean, as just as a basic? It doesn't, like, that's just the basic. If you are a tattoo artist giving Samoan Tatau, to understand what the mamanu means, and to be able to explain that to the person you're giving the Tatau to. Don't just copy somebody else's work, because like I said, each of these designs are specific to me and they're for me specifically. If you were giving a Tatau to somebody, use a guideline, but make it specific to the person that you are blessing the Tatau with. Understand the background of the meanings of the Tatau, and be able to explain that to the people you're blessing the Tatau with. If you're not able to do that, maybe go out and learn, or stop giving out the Tatau. It's kind of that simple. And also that simple for our people. Go out and learn about the mamanu. Go out and try and understand what they mean, so that you feel closer to your culture, because the Tatau is our culture. It's not the only aspect of our culture, but it is our culture. And we should be proud that we are one of the only Pacific Islanders whose Tatau was able to be kept through colonization, and to make it through colonization and be able to be practiced today, because the Tatau was so important to our people. So, number one, if you're not Samoan, please don't get the Samoan Tatau. If you're a Samoan tattoo artist, please only give it if you understand what the meanings are, if you understand what the backgrounds are, and respect other Tatau artists, because it's just right. Respect other people's work. Don't copy. Yeah. What was I saying? So, non-Samoans don't get it. Tattoo artists, know your art. know the designs, share that with your people, don't copy. And for our own people getting, sorry, for our own people getting the Tatau, learn more about the Mamanu and what it all means. There's this lovely book called Tatau that gives you a whole history of Tatau through time. Yeah, do your homework. Don't just get it because it's pretty like I did. Actually understand and have a meaning towards it. It's not there just to be pretty. Yeah. And those are my 2 cents about who should get the Tatau. Tell me in the comments if you agree. And if you did get a Tatau and you don't understand the meanings, maybe shoot me a question and I might be able to help you out. But yeah, tell me in the description if you agree with what I've just said. Yeah, like, share, subscribe. Love tight to the lover. Have a nice day.